All right, I decided to make this video basically for two sets of people. Firstly, for those that go onto eBay to buy stuff, guys, this is what we pretty much pass through. See, it's 21 o'clock on a Friday, 29th of August 2025. I'm still here in the warehouse. I'm trying to ship out your item, your orders, that item that you went onto eBay to buy. This is exactly what happens behind the scene. This is how this order is going to be prepared and shipped out to you. See, we put in a lot of effort to make sure that you get your items in the best possible condition. Sometimes you might be sleeping. I imagine that for some of you that do have a regular job, like a 9 to 5, 21 o'clock is pretty much the time you're already preparing yourself to go to bed to sleep. But I am still here in the warehouse trying to make sure that your orders gets delivered to you tomorrow at the latest on Monday morning. This is some of the things that we do that you do not see. We put in a lot of effort, day in, day out. We are committed to making sure that this online marketplace, where you can easily go there and just pick up an item that interests you, we are actually trying to make it a reality, because without the sellers, there is no buyers, and without the buyers, of course, there are no sellers. See, it takes two to tango, and we are doing our side to ensure that these transactions are consummated, properly. When you go onto an eBay seller shop and you buy things, this is pretty much what every seller does. Of course, the time might differ. I tend to want to stay longer in the warehouse because it gives me time to really focus. I don't have to deal with customer requests. I don't have to deal with customer queries. Where is my item? How many of these pieces do you have? Stuff like that. I tend to want to stay here a little bit longer, just to be able to pack my items so that I can put my full focus in ensuring that everything is done exactly the way it should, which is the PC is well prepared, is cleaned, is tested, and ensure that as soon as you receive it, you open the box, you are going to smile and pretty much, go to my review session and say, what? This seller deserves to be given a positive review, and this is what most of you do. I want to thank you for that. But of course, there are still some disgruntled buyers. It doesn't matter how long you stay in the warehouse. It doesn't matter how you try to impress them. They are already resolved not to be impressed. It doesn't matter what you do. You send them the best of pieces, they are still going to find 1,001 reasons in the book to complain. Of course, videos like this, if you are a disgruntled buyer and you get to see it, please take a rethink. Understand that some of these buyers, they put in extra hours just to make sure that you get the very best item. They do not sleep. Sometimes you are sleeping, they do not sleep. Sometimes you are closing from work and going home to your family. They do not close. They want to stay back because the orders keep coming in. Of course, this is something we've signed up for. This is something that we enjoy doing. It's not just for everybody. We are committed to doing it, and we are playing our own part, hoping that eBay on the other side does its job, which is to present our offers to potential buyers. As a matter of fact, eBay has been doing that very, very good. But then the second group of people are those of you that have thought at one point or the other, I think I want to do business. I think I want to be a reseller. I think I want to, buy and sell on a responsible platform like eBay. This video is also for you, to show you the behind the scenes of what happens. Guys, if you are not okay with staying late at night, this business might pretty much not be for you, because there are going to be times where you have to stay late. You have to do the things you have to do, and sometimes you have to actually turn a blind eye to time, because the more you look at the time and you say to yourself, it's getting late, I think I want to go home. Of course, you still can pull it off, but if you want to succeed, you want to do what the competition is actually doing, you have to be able to put in the extra hours at some point. And sometimes you do not get paid for those extra hours. You do not get paid for staying late up to 22 o'clock in your warehouse or your garage. You might not be paid for the extra 3 hours that you put in to ensure that items are listed. If you are not okay with that, I want to tell you that this business might pretty much not be for you. It's not a bed of roses. There are things that you have to do, and you have to do them. Nobody is coming to help you. Nobody is coming to save you, because if you start out small, you can pretty much forget about employing people. You have to be the one shipping out the items. You have to be the one listing the items. You have to be the one receiving the returns. This is what it is. And sometimes I want to show you the behind the scenes of what go into selling this kind of category. I'm talking about you flipping used computers on eBay, monitors, laptops, phones and stuff like that. Yes, it's a lot of work. If you are not a self-starter, if you are that person that want to always continue to wait for somebody to give you directions before you move, this business might literally not be for you. If you are that person that want to food drag, you do not know how to wake up early in the morning, you do not know how to, set your alarm before you go to sleep and tell yourself, look, I want to wake up at 4 o'clock because I've got stuff to list, I've got suppliers to contact, I have got, research to make. This business might pretty much not be for you. But if you are that person that has thought at one point that, look, I think I can be a reseller of repute, I can be that person that wake up in the morning, that will put in the extra work, even when people are sleeping, I want to be able to, wake up at some point, do the things I have to do to ensure that I list items to my shop. Yes, you are welcome to become a reseller. And if you put in the work, you are definitely going to be proud of yourself at some point, because you're going to make the money that's to be made, selling used computers. Truth be said, there's a lot of money to be made, but then there is also a lot of work to do. But if you are okay with all this, you have said to yourself, guys, give me the inventories. I am ready to put them up on the platform. I am ready to put in the work to ensure that I maintain a top-rated seller position on eBay. Then this is for you. Go around your house, take a look at the things you can find. The things that you do not use, go ahead, clean them up, test them to be sure that they are in very good working condition. Go ahead and list them. eBay is going to do the job and make somebody come around and buy them. Just like somebody saw this computer at my shop, went ahead, paid a decent amount of money to buy it. And I'm not going to disappoint that trust. I have to do what I have to do to make sure that this PC gets shipped out tomorrow morning. Hopefully the buyer is going to be able to receive it on Monday morning. If this video helps you, gives you some insight, either as a buyer or a potential seller, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, share the video, comment on the video, and if you are not subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. Until I see you again in the next one, peace.